Hello everyone, and welcome to another fun, loving, hair-loving episode of What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, the author of the children's book Curly Hair Adventures and What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And I'm also the founder of the Textures Intercultural Exchange 2019 to benefit the education of cosmetology in the Gambia. Today we are going to be talking about hair color. So hair coloring is one of my favorite services to do at the hair salon. But one of the biggest misnomers about hair coloring is that it's dangerous for your hair, it's bad for your hair, it causes cancer, and all these types of things. What I aim to do in this video is to share with you the responsibilities that comes with having your hair coloring and how to select the right color for your hair. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon about hair coloring. Is that number one, hair coloring requires a regimented reapplication. Typically when people put color in their hair, their biggest complaint is that the color does not last. The color will last, however, mostly or mainly what you're looking at is your hair actually growing out from the scalp. That's number one. Number two, the other complaint that people have about hair color is typically when you have gray hair like my guest right here. Her hair is about, I would say, 70% white. And so she's trying to get her gray to be covered, but she's kind of stuck here in this black hair because typically that's about the only color that people will recommend for gray hair is to cover it black because it's the easiest to cover. However, she was kind of thinking this black was too what? Too dark? She said, oh girl, no bye. So here's the other thing. When you're getting your hair color, you want to look at a few things. Number one, you want to always take into account how much money you have, okay? So if you're money tight, then don't put color in your hair. I don't care what color it is because you have to reapply the color. That's number one. Number two, look at your skin tone. So you have to understand that as we age, we lose our pigment. So dark hair for women over 30, I'm not a big fan of it because as we age, you start to lose pigment. And when you darken your hair, the contrast against your skin color is going to make you look very stark, which is typically why people who with white hair or a lot of gray hair, when they color their hair black, they almost always end up never liking it because it doesn't look very nice when it grows out. And as you can see here, you're getting a little skunky, effect on the hair where you have this white color here and then this dark. And so when you put that dark up against that white hair, that definitely puts you in the mind of Pepe Le Pew, okay? So I agree, Pepe Le Pew is not the color for anyone. So when it comes to coloring your hair, you definitely want to take into account your skin color, you want to take into account your money, and then number three, you want to take into account what type of coloring that you're going to be using on your hair. So when we come back on our next video, we're going to talk about the different types of color. So on this video, we just explained to you that it is key when you're coloring your hair to take into account, number one, how much money you're going to spend on this, because coloring, it can be a little lofty whether you're doing it yourself or whether you're paying someone to do it. The bottom line is you have to reapply the color because your hair grows every day, all day. That's number one. Number two, take into account what? Your skin tone. You want to make sure that you're not going too dark if you have a lot of gray. And then number three, if you do have gray hair, you want to make sure you're using the right type of color for your gray hair or whatever type of hair that you have. So we're going to come back with part two and we're going to talk about what is the best color to cover gray hair. I can tell you what it ain't. Black. Okay, we'll be back.